Hey, this is Russ. Time for the 22nd month update. 2 more months will be at 2 years since the knee replacement. 22nd month. So what has changed? Not a whole lot. let me show you my stats up here, so at least we have that on record, so you can see what I've gone through since this whole knee journey has started. Now you know that I had scoped knees first. Left knee, which is the operated knee, was scoped out quite a few years ago, and then what was it, maybe like 5 years later, had the right knee scoped out, and all these years later we have the left knee replaced. Okay, so you know that it hadn't gone well for me, but I will tell you, as of today, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, the extension is at 0 degrees, deflection is at 120. Nothing's reverted backwards for deflection, so I'm glad for that, and the extension seems to be holding at the 0 degrees as well. Now, you know that I go e-bike riding almost daily, unless if it rains, then I don't go. All right, but otherwise I'm out there on the e-bike. So I have gotten extremely dark since that time. I've shown you some videos before. If you haven't seen it, just go look at some of the other knee videos and things, and you'll see the big farmer's tan on my arm. Well, the knees get it too, because I have shorts on when I'm usually riding, and so the tops of my thighs are kind of bronzed a little bit too. So as we take a look at the video today, and you look at the photos here, let me put the two comparison photos up here. Okay, I'm just gonna take myself out of it altogether. That way you can see the whole screen with it. All right. So if you take a look at this here, you'll see that the last photo that I actually took of my knee was on May 18th. And of course, today is July 19th that I'm recording this. Now, the 19th is the actual anniversary. You're not going to see this video until the 20th, because we're doing the scheduled videos now, whereas Tuesdays and Fridays are knee replacement days. And so I wanted to maintain that, so that brings you to July 20th, where you're seeing this. And by the way, if you're watching this on July 20th, today is my 36th wedding anniversary. So yeah, long time. Okay, anyways, let's get back to the knee. All right, so if you take a look at the two knees, you'll see that not much has changed, other than the skin tone's a little bit different, and you'll see some darkening and things on certain parts of the knee, and that's only from the sun tanning. Let's say that, from riding outside. It's very similar. I don't really notice any major differences, other than some of the folds and things like that might look a little bit smoother. But again, it could be the lens or focusing or whatever. But overall, the two photos look very similar. Now, I skipped June because I didn't think there was anything really worth taking a picture of either, because it looked pretty much the same as May. And now that I'm taking it here in July, I don't really see that much difference. Now, the July photo may be zoomed in slightly more than the May 18th photo. So if you think everything looks a little chumpier, and that's only because we're a little closer, all right? It's very hard to get this exactly right on the money. So, but overall, I would say it's the same. Now, I did have one of my viewers had mentioned she wanted to see a side view of the extension of my left leg. Okay, so I'm going to show that to you, and as I'm talking here, I'm going to kind of bring that up myself so I can see that on my computer screen, so I can actually kind of describe it a little bit here for you. So if you look at the side view, I'm sorry for the lighting is not the best lighting. I'm taking it in the same spot as I've always taken these other ones. It's in the washroom, and I'm just using the lighting that's in the washroom. So I wanted to be consistent. I'm just standing straight, and you don't see the other leg because it's directly behind the left leg side view. Okay, so that's why you don't see it. But if you look real carefully here, that's 0 degrees. Right? If you were to put a goniometer and put it at the ankle bone and put it at the hip bone and measure it, it's 0 degrees. So overall, I'm saying yeah, it's looking pretty good. Oh, by the way, if you look on the thigh, okay, in the upper part of the thigh, you'll see two marks that might be noted. Okay, one looks like a little dot, okay, towards the left side on the upper part. That's the drain. That's what they use to drain the knee when they did the operation. You guys probably had that too, all right? So here's the interesting story. When my doctor came in after surgery, like the next day, he says, "Hey, you don't need this drain anymore." And he just pulls it out. He doesn't plug it up with anything or anything. It's like a rubber hose. He just rips that thing right out of there. And I'm thinking, wow, isn't that going to leave a hole in me or something? He just rips it right out. So that little dot has always been there. And right above there, you'll see like almost like a long, elongated, darkening, maybe even looks like a bruise a little bit. That is where I fell the second time on the e-bike, right? So that still kind of remains. So that's what you're seeing up there, okay? But again, this is as straight as the other side. All right, I didn't bother with the right side because this is 0 degrees. Right, if you compare it, it's pretty straight. So, anyways, what other things? I've already mentioned before in another video that I was feeling a little bit of stinging sensation on the scar, and that hadn't been there before. Then I just started noticing it for the last several weeks. Every now and then I still feel that. So I think it's just nerve endings that are still trying to heal after all this time. And my knee is still warm. Okay. Now, not as warm as in the past, but I'll wake up in the morning and I'll feel it and it's still warm. Now, right now, I don't even feel it being warm. So there's only certain times of the day that the warmth seems to be there. It's usually right as I wake up. But I don't notice it too much during the rest of the day. So I think the healing of it is actually getting better. They say as long as it's still warm, you're probably still healing. So yeah, and you know, if you have the tingling sensation, you know something's still going on, right? I will say that the exercising with the e-bike has helped me quite a bit. It keeps my knees moving constantly. The longest ride I've done is like 30 miles, and this is all at one, okay, let me take that back. 24 miles at one crack, and then I took a break, and then I did another 6, okay? So continuous riding, 24 miles of continuous riding is the longest I've done on an e-bike. And that doesn't, that's not like a regular bike. You're moving pretty quickly. Still a couple hours, right, to do it. So, Of that 24 miles, I would probably say I probably pedaled 65% to 70%, something like that. And then the rest would either be coasting or a little bit of help with the throttle. But still, it keeps my leg moving. All right, it's not the same as if you were walking because you have your weight along with it, but you're not bending your knee as much as when you're biking. All right, so think about it. If you're walking, you're not bending your knee. If you're biking, you are bending your knee, but you're sitting. All right, so you don't have the weight, but you have more of a bend as it happens. So I do encourage you, if you are into anything like that, get yourself a bike or an e-bike or a stationary bike. Get your knees moving, okay? Because that's still important. All right. Exercise-wise, I don't do a whole lot now other than the e-bike. This last month or so, I have not done a whole lot of I like doing the little lunges that are on the stairs. I haven't done that in a little bit of time. So I need to get back to doing it just to guarantee it. But I do know that I am at 120. Nothing's reverted backwards. So I feel pretty confident that we're still doing pretty good there. Okay. And daily, I still put my leg up on the table when I'm at the computer table. And the weight of things just kind of pushes down on itself by gravity, and that kind of helps the extension. That's what helped it after I returned the jazz unit to joint active systems. So overall, I would say I'm doing pretty good, but I do still walk slowly. I don't walk normal. I don't look bad when I'm walking if I make a conscious effort, okay? If you see me walking around the house, it still looks like, okay, there's something wrong with this guy, right? But if I'm outside and I'm walking along on the street and stuff, I do make an effort to try to walk as well as everybody else. I don't use the cane anymore except to go up and down stairs, and even then I don't really need it. I only use it because I have a handrail on one side, a cane on the other side. I can go up and down the stairs quickly. All right, that's really the only time I really use the cane. Outside, walking around, I don't have the cane. I don't have any help and things. So I'm getting better. I think when people say it's a 2-year process to get through all this, I kind of believe it. Yeah, I think in 2 more months, we'll see where my progress is. But right now, I'm saying I'm doing pretty good. Not perfect still, but a lot better than I thought I would be doing, when I first had the knee replacement done. So lastly, the last thing I want to do is just encourage you guys that, if a guy like me who has gone through a lot of stuff with the knee replacement can get to this point, you can do the same if you don't give up and keep doing it. Because I'm still doing stuff, right? And the e-bike is part of that too. I mean, okay, I have a lot of fun on the e-bike, yeah. But I am exercising by being on there. So I do it daily. So if you continue to do it, I'm pretty sure that you can do better, right? Even if you think you're pretty decent, keep doing it anyways, right? Anyways, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys on Tuesdays and Fridays about the knee. All right? Talk to you guys next time.